on in, come on in. This is Maria from Vancouver, Canada. My subject today is about acne. So throughout this video, there's going to be a lot of information for you to take home. Do share this information because there's a lot of teenagers and adults that do have acne. And what can you do? Potion and lotions and a lot of stuff that doesn't work. So this will give you the information and details to know that you have the right information and you will see results. So go get a cup of tea, go and get your glass of water, and sit down and listen to me until the end. What prompted me to do this video? A student of mine came to me and said, Maria, I went to a different school to see, because I teach, okay? To see what other schools taught about facials. Since we are into the facial segment, I wanted to see and feel what other students are learning. And I said, fantastic, do that. Go to different schools, learn their technique, because this industry has so much to give. So she went to this school and she was going to get a facial so she could learn different techniques and different pressures. And however, a student beside her had acne. So in her mind, she was actually very excited because she goes, okay, I'm going to learn not only what they're going to do on normal skin, but also on acne. So she was very anxious to learn. When the teacher comes to pick up the other model, she right away mentioned to her, I am so sorry, but we do not deal with acne. We don't teach acne, but we deal mainly with blackheads and skin scrubs and stuff like that, but nothing to do with acne. I am so sorry, but we cannot treat you today. My student was so upset for the other model. Can you imagine what that model went through at that moment? A teenager in her mid-teens getting rejected that way. She is already getting rejected throughout her life because she has pimples. Teenagers are sometimes a little bit nasty, as we know. Oh, don't come near me, I might get that. So I was really prompt to do this video because there is hope, the natural way, and different things that an esthetician can do. So you, my graduate, my student, yes, you can look after, you can give advice to your client on what to do. So stay here, stay and learn everything you need to know about acne. So this video is not only for the individual that is suffering the acne, the teenager, or the person that is more mature, that she's going through menopause and getting acne. This is also for the parent. The parent is suffering because he or she is seeing her daughter or her son going through this detrimental thing in their young life. And remember, teenagers are not really nice to each other, aren't they? They will say, oh, don't touch me, I might get that. So the first thing that a parent will do, they will buy products to put it on top, such as a Clear Cell or a Proactive or anything that has a lot of alcohol. Guess what? That will just dehydrate. But remember, acne is something that comes from within, because that, again, the skin is an organ of elimination. So it's eliminating something that is inside. So the parent sees that this stuff, topical stuff, is not working. They take the child to a dermatologist, doctor, and guess what? After a lot of paperwork and blood tests and so on, they put them on Accutane. And Accutane internally and externally actually dehydrates the skin and also internal organs incredibly, and also has side effects. One of the side effects is depression, and the skin will look like it's like a sunburn, and they cannot go in the sun, and it's not a very nice situation. Plus, Accutane, it might be okay for cystic acne, but there's other ways to look after this situation. You don't see results right away as soon as you get Accutane. It might be months before you see results. And then once you're on it, if you get off it, the acne comes back, because that is only a bandage. So what can we do to take care of this? The first thing I would advise is for you to find a professional esthetician. An esthetician that has gone through a school or an institution that taught her how to take care of acne. If she'd gone to a school like my student saw the other model, if she was taught that you cannot touch the skin or they do not know how to look after acne, then that esthetician will not be educated enough. She will need to take additional training. But for my students, my graduates, these are the few steps that you will need to know. So first of all, you want to disinfect and sanitize the area so you do not spread the staphylococci and the streptococci. That's the first thing that you have to be very careful. If you do a mild scrub, be very careful not to go over the impurity, because again, you will irritate the papule or pustule. You can put steamers. Now, if you use hot towels, be very careful that you do not spread it around, that you put it on, pressure, and then you take it away. Don't spread it around. I would advise a steamer with ozone, because ozone will disinfect the skin on the outside. Of course, a high frequency, and I do have a video, so please review that video on the benefits and how does the high frequency work on the skin, especially on acne skin. And plus, apply a nice purifying, nourishing, depending what's the need of the skin. So that is what you would do for a person that has acne. Yes, you might want to empty some of the impurities, but it needs to be done properly. And I will teach you when you come to see me how to do that. So a lot of my students will say, oh Maria, why do we need to know so much about the systems and the skin and the tissues and chemistry and physics, all that stuff? Why do we need to know so much? This is the reason. This is the reason why you need to know what you're touching. Why did this happen? How can we take care of the problem if we do not know what's happening internally? So the second thing that I advise as an esthetician and teaching to my students is that the individual that has acne, they need to start learning, and the parent needs to teach what are the things that the person eats, because garbage in, garbage out. So parents, please share this video to your teenage daughter or teenage son. Some of the individual might get acne because they might be allergic to wheat, dairy products, yeast like breads, sugar, and processed foods. So those are the things, and I'm going to have a picture on the video so you can see some of these foods that is not a good idea to eat, because they might cause an allergy reaction and you will get inflammations on the skin. So you will need to start eating more alkaline foods, and I'm going to have another picture of alkaline foods, and also to start drinking up your amount of water. So this is my cup of hot water, and in my water I have lemon, and lemon becomes alkaline when it gets into the system. So drink a lot of water. Drink water, hot water or warm water, whatever, with lemon, and that also will bring alkalinity into the body. So we started talking about stay away from acidic processed foods and start taking more alkaline foods in the body and start drinking more water. So that is step number 2. I am in my kitchen and I wanted to show you the system that I have. So here is where I put the kitchen water, and the water goes through this filter. So it takes back all the bacteria, if there's any dirt in the water. It goes through these 5 separate filters to make the water alkaline. And then in the pool, this is alkaline water now. In the pool here, there's going to be some rocks where the water will pick up some minerals. In the front, you will see the little spout. So that's where you take the water out. And if you want to do any research on this system, here is the phone number and the website. So since we've been talking about foods, around your kitchen, you should have things that is easy to grab, such as you might have in your fridge already washed carrots, just sliced, celery. Those are all very good roughage. Have almonds. So have these containers full of almonds, pecan, that are very amazing, seeds such as sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. Also have dehydrated fruits such as a mango. Oh, I love mango. So it is sweet and it's also very delicious and healthy for yourself. Bananas, apples, so very easy to grab and put them in the backpack instead of start eating. I have one here. Instead of eating that, to have it once in a while, it's okay, but getting into a habit of eating this is very bad for your teeth, but also for your skin. So now we've talked about drink more water, eat properly. Now I'm going to talk about some of the supplements. So now that we've been talking a lot about eating properly, now let's talk about a little about supplements. This is essential. This is very important. I hope that you're enjoying this video. If you do, please, I beg you, share it with the individuals that are suffering or parents that have children that are suffering with acne. So the first thing that I encourage, there's a lot of little things, but the first one that I encourage is a good probiotic. The probiotic works in your gut. The gut has a good flora, and in turn you will have a better clarity. Okay, so probiotic is really good. It also helps with the digestion. The next one, and also do take yogurt. Okay, yogurt is also good to combine it. The next one is a good omega. It's essential to have a good omega, one good omega versus 10 bad ones. So there's a different quality about omegas. I will put some information below. If you want to know more about it, give me a little link, a little note, and I will give you a link for you to see the ones that I use. The next one is NRF2 pathway and activator or synergizer. Again, I will put the information below because the NRF2 will reduce the inflammation in the body. And guess what? Acne, it is an infection and inflammation. So the NRF2 will help you with that. The next one is B5. And there's a lot of foods, and I'm going to have another little picture so you can see the B5 foods. So you have to start intaking more of those foods that is high in B5. Also the supplement called pantothenic acid. If you start taking that and take the bottles that has 500 milligrams, and I will have a picture for you to see, and take at least 2 or 3 of those tablets for each meal, and I promise you within a couple of weeks your acne will subside. You will see a major difference. However, it's not only about taking the supplement, it is also eating properly and taking care of your skin, finding a proper esthetician that can sanitize and disinfect. And please, please do not pick your pimples. Well, we talked a lot about information on how to deal with acne, so we are almost done. I have one more tip for you. So, quick summary. I said to you, find a good esthetician that she knows how to treat your acne. Number 1. Number 2, intake more alkaline water to purify and cleanse your body, your kidneys, and on and on. Number 3, to start intake more foods that are high in B5 and that are alkaline foods. Number 4, try to reduce the processed foods, acidic foods. Okay. Number 5 is different supplements, and the main ones that I mentioned, a few of them, but most pantothenic acid or B5, take 2 or 3 tablets for each meal that you're taking, and the quantity is 500 milligrams per tablet. 1 NRF2 per day, only 1 NRF2 per day, and I'll put the links below. And so my next thing is, what's my tip? What are we going to do with skincare? You just need 2 things: a good basic pH balance cleanser and a good moisturizer that is not too rich. That's it. And I will put a link below so you can see what are the products that I would advise. And the third tip, I don't believe in toners, and I do have a video on our toners necessary, so do look at that. But what I advise before you apply your day cream is to splash your skin with water and apple cider vinegar. And try to get organic apple cider vinegar, and it will balance your skin. And then after the skin is nice and dry, you can tap dry, then you apply your day cream. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you will share this video with individuals that are suffering with acne. This is Maria from Vancouver, Canada, and I will talk with you soon.